If you think about building muscle just as bigger arms or a more toned look, the most powerful changes aren't the ones you can see in the mirror. Growing muscle is one of the single most profound things you can do for your entire body, from your brain to your bones. Welcome to Levitas. Today, we're not just talking about aesthetics, we're talking about a complete physiological upgrade. This is about what happens on a cellular, metabolic, and even neurological level when you prioritize strength. Here's a question for you, Sarah. What's one benefit of having more muscle that you've personally noticed in your life? Maybe it's carrying groceries, or maybe it's just feeling more energetic. Let me know in the comments below, and please, take a second to give this video a like. It truly helps the channel. Effect number 1. Alright, let's start with the one everyone loves to talk about, your metabolism. You've probably heard the phrase muscle burns more calories than fat. That is absolutely true. But the scale of this difference is what's fascinating from a clinical perspective. Your muscle tissue is metabolically active. That means it requires calories just to exist, even when you're sitting on the couch. Your fat tissue, or adipose tissue, is also active, but much less so. At rest, just sitting there, 1 kilogram of your skeletal muscle burns approximately 13 calories per day. Now, let's compare that. 1 kilogram of your adipose tissue burns only about 4.5 calories per day. Now, I know what you're thinking. 13 calories? That's barely half a cookie. And you're right, on its own, it's small. But this is the magic of compounding. If you engage in a sustainable, long-term routine and add just 5 or 10 pounds of muscle to your frame, your body is now burning significantly more calories every single day. 24/7. That's calories burned while you sleep, while you work, while you watch TV. You haven't just added muscle, you've upgraded your body's entire engine. You've raised your Basal Metabolic Rate, or BMR. You've turned your body into a more efficient, full-time metabolic furnace. Effect number 2. So your new furnace is burning hotter. But what fuel does it use? This brings us to one of the most underrated benefits of muscle, blood sugar management. I want you to think of your muscles as a massive sponge for the carbohydrates you eat. Here's how it works. When you eat a meal with carbohydrates, say pasta or fruit or bread, your body breaks it down into glucose, which is sugar. That glucose enters your bloodstream. In response, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is to act like a key, unlocking your cells to allow that glucose to move out of the blood and into the cells, where it can be used for energy. Now, here's the key. Your skeletal muscle is the largest site in your entire body for this glucose disposal. It's your #1 customer for blood sugar. So, when you have more muscle mass, you have a bigger, more effective sponge. You have more storage space for that glucose. Even better, the very act of building and using muscle makes your cells more sensitive to insulin. They hear insulin's knock more clearly. This means your body doesn't have to shout, it doesn't have to produce as much insulin to get the job done. This isn't just a theory. A 2021 meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Physiology by Gia and colleagues looked at this exact process in older adults. They confirmed that resistance training significantly improves insulin sensitivity and reduces markers of insulin resistance. This is, put simply, one of the most powerful natural tools we have for maintaining long-term metabolic health. Effect number 3. Let's move from the cellular to the structural. Building muscle is like building a suit of armor for your body. And that armor protects 2 key things, your bones and your joints. First, your bones. Many people don't realize that your bones are living, adapting tissue. They aren't just dead scaffolding. When you do resistance exercise like a squat, a lunge, or a push-up, your muscles pull on your bones. This creates a good kind of mechanical stress. In response to this stress, your bones adapt. They say, "Oh, we need to be stronger to handle this," and they remodel themselves, laying down new tissue and becoming denser. A 2022 meta-analysis that reviewed numerous studies found that resistance training protocols had a significant positive effect on bone mineral density at critical, fracture-prone sites like the hip and the lumbar spine. This is your body's built-in defense against osteoporosis. Second, your joints. Strong, stable muscles are your body's active shock absorbers. They protect your knees, your hips, and your lower back from the daily wear and tear of life. They are the armor that keeps your joints safe. Effect number 4. This armor concept leads us to our next point, which is all about function. In the health world, we often get lost in numbers, but what really matters is your functional capacity. What is that? It's the ability to carry all the groceries in one trip. It's lifting your suitcase into the overhead bin without a second thought. It's getting up off the floor with grace and ease. It's playing with your kids or grandkids and not feeling a twinge in your back. That is what strength truly gives you. As we get older, this functional capacity becomes even more critical. One of the biggest risks as we age is the risk of falling. A fall can be a life-altering event. And what is the #1 defense against falling? Being stronger and more stable. A large 2022 meta-analysis published in JAMA Internal Medicine by Ju and colleagues was clear. Exercise programs that include balance and resistance training were highly effective in reducing the risk of falls among older adults. More muscle means more stability. It's that simple. Effect number 5. So we've covered your metabolism, your blood sugar, your bones, and your daily function. But what about your brain? This is one of the most exciting fields of research right now. Your muscles and your brain are in constant communication. When you contract your muscles, they don't just get stronger. They also act like an endocrine organ, releasing beneficial compounds called myokines. These myokines can travel through your bloodstream, and some can even cross the blood-brain barrier. When they get to your brain, they can have protective, anti-inflammatory effects. But the connection is even more direct. We are seeing a powerful link between muscle strength and cognitive health. A 2023 study in the journal Behavioral Sciences by Dr. Kim looked at a group of older adults. The findings were striking. They found a significant correlation where weak lower body muscle strength was associated with an increased risk of cognitive impairment. Think about that. The strength of your legs is linked to the health of your brain. It's not just strong legs, strong back. It's strong legs, strong mind. Effect number 6. This brings us to our final and most profound point: longevity. For decades, we've searched for the fountain of youth. What if it's not a fountain, but a dumbbell? In clinical settings, we are increasingly looking at muscle strength as one of the most powerful predictors of long-term health and survival. We call it health span, not just how long you live, but how long you live well. And here's a crucial distinction. It's not just about muscle size, it's function. A landmark study using data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey looked at this very question. The conclusion was powerful. They found that low muscle strength was independently associated with an elevated risk of all-cause mortality. Let me repeat that. Low strength was a risk factor, even after researchers adjusted for things like muscle mass, how much people exercised, and other traditional health markers. Your strength is, quite literally, a vital sign. So here is the clinical takeaway, the doctor's verdict. Building and maintaining muscle is not, and has never been, about vanity. It is a non-negotiable act of long-term self-care. It turns your body into a more efficient metabolic engine. It provides a safe deposit box for the nutrients you eat. It armors your bones and your joints. It sharpens your mind. And it is a key predictor of your health span, how long you live well. And the best part? It is never, ever too late to start. The body wants to adapt. It wants to be strong. So the next time you do a squat, a push-up, or even just choose to carry that heavy bag instead of using a cart, I want you to reframe that thought. You're not just moving a weight. You're not just working out. You are investing in your future. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Also share, comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos to empower your health and fitness journey. So, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.